Yeah, we still need
No,
right.
yeah, we still need
Okay, so. So, okay, we're back. We had to re-record
Wow,
this.
that I just want to say, okay, we may eventually release the other one as a
Gag reel kind of thing?
bloopers thing, but basically something came up where we had to leave and involve my girlfriend.
Re-record this essentially.
So that kind of messed up the video near the end to where
we had to re-record it.
Everything was done. We had discussed everything, but then we were kind of like, I really don't want to post that as like a regular video or as like an actual review, just because of what was going on.
Yeah.
So,
to be fair,
anyway.
we should have addressed it first, but oh well. Yeah. Anyway, Wolverine again.
All right, we're gonna do our brief synopsis. This one,
it's better than the first one.
Well, we'll get to that in a second. For this video, we're not gonna do the spoilers-free thing. This is going to be completely spoilers all the way. Just because I don't
have the time.
At this point, the movie's been out for a while, so if you're watching this, you're watching this for our opinion.
I would hope you haven't seen it.
If you haven't seen it, our suggestion then, if you're worried about spoilers and just wondering if you can go see it, is go see it.
Okay, warning, spoilers, out of the way.
You know, that's something I've always wondered about, is why would you click on a movie review if you don't want spoilers?
Well, some people do spoil, some people don't. I guess the only way I see you get around that is just post, hey, there's spoilers in this, or hey, we're about to do spoilers, turn off the review.
See, that's the thing, is if I'm going to do that, I'm probably going to put something up in front of it that says, no spoilers.
There you go.
And even then, you'll know that the movie is really good just because we're willing to go out of our way to not have spoilers in the video, just so you can get all of the amazing excitement. Anyway.
Okay.
So, Wolverine. It was really good. Go see the movie. And, I mean...
You can't even go on your Jean Grey rant again. It just went at the same point to it.
Okay. I'm going to briefly go over this. Alright. The movie has one problem in my mind. I mean, well, two kind of.
A couple of problems.
The two that mainly come to mind for me is one, there are some scenes where they could have shortened them a little bit.
It does seem long.
And they could have fit in more stuff by shortening a lot of stuff. So we could have gotten more like Wolverine doing badass shit. But the big thing for me is Jean Grey. Because according to him...
he's not a fan.
It
is addressed that they have a relationship of some kind. In some of the comics...
Well, I know that it's addressed, but I have never really seen it fully addressed. And yeah, it is addressed in the movie. Oh, hey, Jean Grey died. Wolverine really likes Jean Grey. Yay. I don't care. It was never a big thing about Wolverine for me. I never sat down to read a comic with Wolverine in it, or like the Wolverine line of comics, or freaking play a video game with Wolverine in it, or watch a TV show with Wolverine in it, so I could hear about him and Jean Grey.
Well, actually...
I don't care about Jean Grey, really. Jean Grey is one of those characters where she's just not really a character to me. She doesn't have a lot of characterization. She seems to be there mostly to be like, I'm a psychic.
I love you. No, I love you. No, I love you. No, actually, I love him. Okay.
I love you. I am the dead.
Oh, I am the legend.
Oh no, Jean Grey died. 1 month later.
Hi there. I'm back,
alive
but I think
again.
I'm possessed.
I'm dead.
Here's
1
the thing.
month
Actually,
later. I'm Dark Phoenix. I am the dead. Jean Grey, I think, has a running right now for the character who has died the most. Like, I'm trying to think of someone who's died more often than her. I'm not sure.
Really? He's died in like nearly every episode.
Hear me out. Because South Park is going into 17th or 18th season.
And still going strong.
However, Jean Grey has been around for a lot longer than that.
Thank you for keeping up the folks at home. Here's the context of those scenes, actually. The context is you and I both understand. We get the meaning.
Yeah.
But I actually see it more as this. That's not Jean Grey as in a ghost. That's his actual guilt about it manifested into the form of Jean.
Oh, that's another thing. He's bringing this up, the whole ghost thing, because remember, we didn't do we're not post up the other thing. I mentioned offhandedly that she's kind of like a ghost who keeps appearing. A little bit more of a hallucination.
It's kind of a dream sequence thing.
Dream hallucination.
It happens now.
It goes back and forth.
Yeah, it's actually more. You're right. More hallucinations. Like
either way,
it's just his guilt manifested.
That happens.
Now that being said, why does she always have to appear in a nightgown? Even at the end, there was no need for her to appear in a nightgown. I mean, yeah, maybe Wolverine's just horny, but But that being said, it actually represents the fact that he loved her more than she probably loved him, because this is his personality.
Anyway,
point being. So, yeah, go ahead.
So, start off the movie, and basically we're going to do this review as though you were watching the movie
or you saw
with
the movie.
Subtitles, and it's on fast forward. So,
movie starts off.
Wolverine's out in the woods. He looks like a dirty hippie. He's hippie Jesus with hand claws. Shink, 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 shink. Snick. Bub, snick, snick, bub.
Actually, the movie started off in Nagasaki. Let's be fair here.
We'll get to that in a little bit.
Hey, but you said it started out. God, I'm just
Fine.
ready.
Movie starts off in Nagasaki. Bub, snick, snick. World War II. Bub, snick.
Anything else?
Oh, Canada. Then, back to the forest, where hippie Jesus Wolverine
I'm just wondering how long you can keep this up.
Hey, there's Sammy. Hippie Jesus Wolverine is back with a bar. Bub, snick, snick, bar. Then, the bar dies. And Wolverine goes to a bar. Sammy makes the oh sound. And then Wolverine goes back to the bar and is like, you killed this bear. You killed this bear with this poison arrow. Bub, snick, snick, poison arrow, bub. Then, Asian girl, who looks like a stereotypical kind of anime-esque Asian girl. I am here to help you. I can see the future.
A little bit.
Cut you in half. Actually, she doesn't cut anyone in half. But cut her in half.
Cut
beer bottle in half. Now we drive away. And be totally inconspicuous as the only Asian and hippie Jesus Wolverine drive down the road away from where probably several cops are showing up and looking for two people riding together, fitting the description of hippie Jesus and little Asian anime girl. Seriously, they're in the middle of like one of the deep foresty parts of Canada.
Well, to be fair, I think those might have been tinted windows at points, though. So
they weren't.
Really? Oh.
No.
Well, it was raining.
Anyway.
My defense for that, it was raining.
Anyway. Remember, this is on fast forward.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta keep this fast. Anyway, so, then that happens. Then, suddenly, Japan. Okay, they're in Japan. You look like you're dying, bub. I am dying. Let me save you with the saving, and that you can die an honorable death. This is totally not foreshadowing for later when I may steal your healing factor, and oh, that shizzle, my nizzle.
Coming.
I am an old Asian man.
I was in
Bub,
Nagasaki.
snick, bub. I'm dead. Bub, dead, snick, bub. Then, drama. Something about the father and some other stuff and some doodads. Then, funeral. Oh no, the only Asian gang we can clearly think of that is an Asian gang that is not full of ninjas has arrived. The Yakuza. Yakuza comes. They're attacking. They're doing some stuff. I don't know why the Yakuza are there. I really don't. You could have picked any number of people from the X-Men and Wolverine universe to come attack, but you just picked, like, okay, we have to pick someone. Shit. Who are going to be the bad guys in this film? Oh, wait. What's Asia good for? And what's Japan good for? Ninjas and the Yakuza. So, then we get those as bad guys. Yakuza basically all get their ass kicked by Wolverine. Then some ninja dude. Then they hop on a train, and Wolverine does the whole scene that you see from the trailer of schnick, bob, schnick, bob, schnick, bob, where he kills a bunch. Wolverine basically is riding on top of the train.
On a bullet
and
train.
he is jumping.
It's a cool scene, by the way.
By lifting his claws up out of the train.
He's using
and
gravity
then jumping
and momentum
down
to his effect.
to kill someone else, and then sticking his claws back in the train.
Yeah,
it's actually very entertaining.
Yeah.
Though it goes on a little bit too long. But then, bullet train all the way to some home city thing with a bus ride and some other stuff. Then they finally get there. Then basically from there, it's a long, drawn out, unactiony scene of character development with more character development, followed by Wolverine finding out where he used to be interned with some more character development. Then the girl gets stolen, and Wolverine is like, bub, bub, snick, snick, bub. Then random Japanese anime girl shows up and is like, I will help you. Then they go find Secret Awesome Facility. But before they find Secret Awesome Facility, they try to go back to where the girl is being held by her father. But then her father is like, I'm going to kill you. But then the girl is like, no. And then the ninjas are like, no. And then ninjas appear, and ninjas make the killing of everyone in stealthy ninja fashion. They should have been pirates.
again, really cool scene.
Anyway, yeah, actually that was really cool.
Yeah, it was
Then,
really cool.
ninjas take out everyone. Then we see Snake Lady doing Snake Lady things.
By the way, quick pause. Snake Lady, bad guy too. Moving on.
Oh, yes, there's a Snake Lady in this.
Didn't even mention that
She's
part.
Venom. I don't care. Quick review. Anyway, then we move on. Snake Lady does her thing. Then, father is like, my face is scarred.
Not really.
Wolverine, I will kill you. After Wolverine is like, bub, bub, snick, snick, heart surgery, bub, bub, snick. Wolverine commits heart surgery on himself. Then Wolverine is all like, bub, bub, snick, snick. And the father is all like, I cut you. Then Wolverine is all like,
Heal.
I have my healing factor back. And he heals. Then he's like, bub. Chink! Straight into his head. And kills him.
Well, no, it was in his shoulder. Regardless.
No? He went like that to
Really?
the father.
I,
Yeah.
I thought it was in his like shoulder or something.
Nope.
Like that. Yeah.
He killed the father.
Well, the point being, that was also
Anyway.
that's a really cool fight scene, by the way. Moving
Oh,
on.
yeah. Anyway, so, then they're like, where could they have gone? Where do secret ninjas hide out? Secret ninja complex built in the mountains that is obviously sketchy with lots of bright lights. Seriously, the thing basically should have a huge banner on the side of it
It looks like a fucking hotel.
totally evil headquarters of Ninja Foot Clan.
You know, it honestly looks like a hotel from just a picture. But when you see the inside, yeah, evil
Yeah.
base.
So they get there, then you see it from the girl's perspective, and she is there, and she's like, that's a giant suit of silver samurai armor.
Made of
Why is it silver?"
adamantium, oddly enough.
And then the suit is like,
Hi there.
and then everyone in the audience is like, the grandfather's in that, except for him. And
I'm not saying I was.
and
Not
then
saying I was surprised.
some
by
other
it, I
things
just didn't
happen.
actually
Then there's
see
some
it
stuff.
coming.
Then Ninja Man is like, you knew me because I knew your father, and we fought and we did some stuff together a long time ago. I'm all a ninja, and I'm here to protect you.
Okay. I think I know
And then
what
some other
scene
stuff
you're
happens,
talking
and then we see Snake Lady again.
about. I'm Snake. Woo.
Then Wolverine shows up, and he just walks through the town, and he's like, bub, bub, snick, snick, bub. And then all the guys are like, we are ninjas, you will stop. And then they try and stop Wolverine, and
Wolverine's like, fuck you, bub. Actually, no, literally, he's like, fuck you, bub.
and then they're like, wait, we'll just dip our arrows into this poison.
Give it
So
to us,
then
my
we get a
Snake
great
Lady.
scene where basically they fill him up with arrows that have rope attached to
Like
him,
50
and we're
arrows or
all
something like that?
pulling on them to try and slow him down and stop him, and then finally they do, and it's actually very entertaining. And anyway, point being,
I'll reference that
then
when you're
he
done.
wakes up later, bub bub snake snake bub. I'm in a chair, bub bub snake snake bub. And then the silvery samurai armor awakens.
Hi there. I'm gonna cut your claws off. Anyway.
Then he pulls out sword, and the sword is all like, hello. And then the girl is like, no, do not do it. And the ninja man is like, this is not the right way. And then the snake
Skewer.
woman is like,
Oh, other Asian girl. Ah, hang. Dead. Yeah, remember?
Yeah, but we haven't.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yet. Jeez. Anyway, but then some other stuff happens. Then the grandfather is all like, I am the grandfather. And then the other people start fighting. And everyone's fighting. And there's some fighting. And then Wolverine and the grandfather fall down this, like, deep pit that actually seems like an OSHA violation. A big one. Seriously, someone had to inspect these places. Just, like what, dude? Do all these evil villains just pay off OSHA?
Well, they were
OSHA must be like the most corrupt organization in the comic book universe to let people get away with this. But anyway, point being, back to where we were. Then there's some more fighting. Then little anime girl, little anime girl, fights the snake lady, and she's all like, "Arr!" After Snake Lady is like, now I am bald. This has nothing to do with anything else, just suddenly I am bald.
Weakest character in the movie.
And so she dies. Her only point for being there is
She's just a bad guy. A generic bad guy, too. Moving
Wait,
on.
big titties.
Wait, which
Not
one
really.
died? The snake one?
The snake
or-
woman.
The evil woman in
Okay.
green you see in
Anyway.
the trailer. Anyway.
Then some other stuff happens. Then, like, the father loses the head, and it's all like,
Grandfather?
oh, yeah, the grandfather loses the head to his robot, and they're all like, oh, just the grandfather. And then the grandfather grabs hold of Wolverine and is like, I will now take your healing factor.
Oh, you cut off his claws, too, so he can do this.
An immaculate person.
But then,
And then Wolverine is all like,
But then the comes, it's like, oh, still got one of his claws. Stab you in the head. Oh, stab you in the neck.
yeah, they basically used his claws as shurikens after they come off.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
so then grandfather falls back, and Wolverine is all like, you pulled out my claws! But then the healing factor is like, yo, dude, have some new claws. And then Wolverine is like, bone claws, motherfucker! And then kills the grandfather. And the grandfather falls off the side of the cliff. Everyone is like,
Sayonara. Literally.
exactly. And then some other things happen. Then we cut to a short time later, and Wolverine is on a jet, or is getting on a jet, and with the little
Japanese girl.
Japanese girl with the red hair, and she's all like, where should we go? And Wolverine is all like, you are my love interest, other person who we have not previously mentioned in great detail, who is the granddaughter of the grandfather of that person who tried to kill me.
All right, go.
Hello.
Bye, I'll see you later.
And then
You're probably pregnant with my kid in the
Wolverine
comics.
is like, now we go
Up.
And then the airplane lifts up. And then, cut to end credits. Then, after end credits, we see Wolverine walking through an airport. And then the airport security is like, you're going off. And he's like, just give me the pat down. And they're like, and everything stops. And then Wolverine is like, oh my god, Magneto is behind me. And then turns around and is about to stab Magneto. And Magneto is all like,
Nah.
stop.
Hammer time.
Xavier time.
And then Xavier comes in.
And then
he's
Xavier
like,
is
hello.
all like, I made everyone stop because I can stop time. I am Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise.
And then tie into Days of Future Past and movie.
It was a good movie.
Yeah, very good movie.
Okay. Now, we're going to wrap this up really quick.
Just a few key thoughts in my mind.
A few, we'll briefly touch on some trailers. Basically, we haven't gotten any new trailers in a while, except for 47 Ronin.
Which was cool.
Which is
Keanu
Keanu
Reeves movie
Reeves.
for it.
Outside
and that Immortal Instrument one.
No, we've been seeing that for a while now.
We have?
Yeah, even before Wolverine.
I hadn't seen that up until then. But, again,
I have. Anyway,
it's not bad.
big
It's not
point.
taste.
We've seen a lot of these trailers before, and you've probably seen them
Yourself.
loads of times. So, the main thing I want to say is, if you're getting tired of these trailers, just picture the Muppets acting out these scenes instead. It is hilarious. That's how we got through R.I.P.D. Now, moving on. What are we going to do now? Our end thoughts?
Our end thoughts. Oh, yeah. Just a few things I wanted to touch on that, obviously couldn't. And I really didn't want to interrupt because it was actually hilarious, which you just did. Really liked the movie. A lot darker tone, which is great for the character because it needs to be. Good delve into his psychology, how he just kind of wants to be left alone but just can't.
Living Presley.
Action scenes were fucking great. I can't think of any action scene that wasn't great. The one at the end was a little more, I wouldn't even say cartoony, but a little more anime-ish, actually. But, you know, give and take. I think the fight scene, again, with him and Shingen, the father, was extremely good. Really dark, really great. I wanted to say on that scene with the arrows, when he dipped the arrow into the green Evada poison to weaken Logan, and he aimed it at him, and you see him, and you see this green TV. All I'm thinking is the green arrow with kryptonite from Dark Knight Returns.
That's actually right. That arrow looked like it was kryptonite.
It looked like kryptonite. I'm like, what? And one other thing, all the actors did a great job, I think. One actually in particular, the woman who played Mariko, I actually thought she did a really good job. Particularly the fact she's not an actress at all. She's a model. She's not at all an actress.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not call that one.
Yeah, no, I only found that out recently. She did not a day of acting in her life.
Huh.
And then she was
That's pretty
really good. I mean, for what the hell.
If only certain people we know could be like that.
Kristen Stewart. And other people. But besides that,
Hey, Kristen Stewart isn't bad.
she's not a god.
She was good in The Runaways.
Yeah, and I don't mind her in Snow White and Hunter.
The
She's not
only one
overly
where
pretty.
I saw her with emotion was Runaways.
I will say, last bit of thoughts, besides the fact that I loved it. Don't go in just think it's going to be a complete adaptation from the comics. It is an adaptation, but there is liberties taken.
They pretty much are doing that with Almost All.
Yeah, do that with all movies. They'll probably do it with Days
The
of Future
only
Past.
one that I don't see them do that with, really, is more of like the low-grade, like, B comics that they adapt in movies, like R.I.P.D.
Well, I have to read the comics.
We'll go over that later.
Yeah.
For right now, those are our thoughts on Wolverine.
Yep.
This video is like 22 minutes long.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's good.
Oh, it's a little over 22 now. Anyway.
We'll be back with a few short ones later on.
Yeah. All right. Say bye, Sammy. Say bye, Brent.
Bye, Sammy. Bye, Brent.
Goodbye, you sexy people.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Later.